So I've been working on this capsule wardrobe for a while, which it costs money to design anything, right? Do the market research, figure out what works, what doesn't. Then I get to a point where I'm like, I'm only gonna wear black and gray, um, because then everything goes with everything, and that's Raiders as fuck, right? But I wear the same shirt and same pants to Jersey Mike's 5 days a week. So then I started to think about like, okay, well, what if I had a jersey for my life? Like, I don't need that many clothes. You have a couple of the same item. If it gets dirty, you wear the next set, and then boom. So anyway, relying on the versatility of basics, you can make a lot of outfits with just a couple pieces, around 33 pieces. I got to do like one more load of laundry, and then I'll get the final count. Anyway, the bigger picture here is like the point of wearing a uniform every day. And like if I go put my Kitty Boy Run That logo, or my dad's Kids and Creative logo, or the ITS logo, or something on every piece I own, nobody even put a second thought into what you're wearing, and nobody really even be thinking about that anyway, except maybe the paparazzi. Regardless, yeah, everyone should have a uniform for their life. It's one less thing to spend money on. So then, boom, I started at Jersey Mike's in October, and I'd be spending a good amount of money at Savers and Goodwill every month, shopping for pieces and then destroying them, trying to make bell bottoms, which I'm not even going to move forward with, but it's all right. Anyway, but the point of that is most Americans spend their money on things we don't need anyway. I don't need to spend all that money at Goodwill every month, but I do it mindlessly, right? Well, not really. Because, boom, when I get some time, I'm going to go through my Chime spending from October to March, and I'm going to put every single transaction in Google Sheets, and then I will be able to take all the money I've made and all the money I've spent and figure out how much of it is going towards my living expenses, how much of it is going towards food, how much of it is going towards entertainment, clothes, shopping. Then I have an idea of how much, I can assign to each month, right? And then now when I get paid moving forward with my new black and gray uniform, take all that money, put it in envelopes, right? So sometimes we don't need to make more money. We just need to have more discipline with our money. Take all that money that you spend going out to eat and then assign it to groceries. Eat chicken, rice, and broccoli every day. More specifically, rotisserie chickens that's already cooked, cups of rice, and then microwavable broccoli like Levi Smith put me on in the first place. Is proven it works. Eat it lunch and dinner, no thought, and then boom, go to the gym. Not think about what I'm wearing. I'm not spending money on clothes that I gotta alter, blah 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 blah. Anyway, then if I have savings goals, I want to save for a new iPhone or blah blah blah, start putting it in physical envelopes, and then be happy at Jersey Mike's working not that hard, not making that much money, but at least having a plan for my money. Now, if I were to go back to ITS with that skill, making the money I was making before, well, quickly I would be able to start a business. But you have to have cash flow in order to have a business. This is the biggest mistake I ever made. When I left, it's like, I'm going to start a business without cash flow. Well, when your cash dries up, your business is screwed. So, it sucks to be working on starting a company and have to work at Jersey Mike's. But that's all right. So, yeah, that's the plan. Anyway, the idea of not having that many clothes terrifies some people, but I strive for minimalism in what I wear and what I eat because I don't want to get up and have to think about it. Food is fuel, nothing else really. Like, of course, I love to get to a place in my life where my business is thriving and I don't have to work on Fridays and Saturdays anymore. And I get to go out with my friends or go out with a pretty girl and go get ribs or a burger or pizza or chicken wings and all the above. But throughout the work week, even if I'm making millions and millions of dollars, you still have to go to work. Eminem goes to the studio every day, 9 to 5, takes lunch at 1. That is how it should be. And then When you leave the studio at 5, you go and you watch The Sopranos with your chick. Anyway, it's like if I'm eating chicken, rice, and broccoli every day like I once was, and I'm just wearing my black and gray uniform that, mix it up just barely throughout the week, I can get up and get right to work, right? But today I find myself like, oh, I gotta eat and blah blah blah. So there's a flaw in the coding of my week, right? It's Sunday, but moving forward, hopefully by next week I'll have fixed that line of code in the routine of my life, so that way I can get up and get back to coding mine and Anthony's Bloodthirsty movie, instead of going to hunt for food. All it takes is one day a week to meal prep your entire week. So yeah. Anyway, that's why minimalism is the answer. If you want to be a designer, you want to work on the computer, you want to work on your life and all those things, I suggest anti-fashion.